Thank you, President Trump. I've known you for many, many years, and I will not let you down. I am truly honored that you have asked me to take on this role, and I will make you proud, and I will make this country proud.
Thank you.
So let's get into it. Attorney General Pam Bondi, she was sworn in today. She is in her the first thing on the agenda, what she did on the first day. Attorney General Pam Bondi has directed the Department of Justice to halt all federal funding to sanctuary cities. This move aligns with her broader directives, including fighting the weaponization of the justice system, addressing cartels, and reviewing cases against President Trump. This policy change aims to enforce immigration laws more stringently, affecting over 200 sanctuary jurisdictions across the United States. They ain't playing, and I'm here for it. So you in Chicago, y'all have been dealing with this for the past, 3 years, 4 years?
No, sanctuary city has been a thing since before I was born. They made Chicago a sanctuary city in 1985.
No, you're right. But in recent years, let me just be more specific. Under the Biden administration,
Okay.
billions of dollars was flooded into the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago, specifically for the illegal migrants.
Yes, ma'am. To mitigate the migrant issue. Yes, ma'am.
So talk to us about
And
that. Go ahead.
so number one, the money that they sent or they were initially spending, this was not federal money. This was not tax money. These were set asides. For example, when I said that the first $51 million that they spent on the illegals in the city of Chicago came from an opioid settlement fund, and they were supposed to build rehabs with that money. Then they started using the COVID money on them, and they then started sending migrant money. But the issue is that the migrant money stopped. Jim Crow Joe didn't send enough, and then when they asked for some more, he said, no, you guys are start having to figure this out yourselves. And that's when Brandon tried to push it onto the taxpayers, and we said no. So that's where this is all coming from. But because Pam Bondi is cutting off this money, we're about to miss out on like $10 to $20 billion in the city of Chicago for some people that do not live here. They don't live here. We don't know these people. So now we have to suffer as taxpayers, as citizens, American citizens in Chicago, because the Chicago Teachers Union has made a deal with the Venezuelan government to take their people here. It's not right. But shout out to Pam for doing her thing. Thank you, Pam Bondi. The people of Chicago appreciate it. We can definitely see the long-term goal. We would just have to make ourselves tighten our belts a little bit. But I see someone say Harold Washington put it into play and Daley weaponized it. That is incorrect information. Daley never weaponized it. It was actually Rahm Emanuel who codified it, and then it's Lori Lightfoot who gave it teeth. Daley had nothing to do with this current situation that we're in. So please don't say that. This is Mayor Washington, Mayor Emanuel, and Mayor Lightfoot, and now Brandon Johnson and the CTU are taking full advantage of it.
Well, later on the show, I am going to talk about the protests that are going on throughout the country, protesters protesting against Trump policies. But what he is doing, he's doing everything that people voted him in to do. And number one on that agenda was to secure the border and deport the illegals.
Correct. That's exactly what I've been on Fox News begging for the past year. Like, a lot of times people see you on these cable shows and they think that, oh, they're giving you pockets of gold and you're doing this. No, literally the only purpose that I have for going and sit and talk to national cameras is to get us the help that we need in Chicago. And now the help is here. Tom Holman is here. Pam is coming through doing her thing. Thank you. And shout out to my Donnie, President Trump, who really stood on business for Chicago like he told me that he would. So right now they're trying to make it a Chicago, what they're calling a working working families, because they're saying, oh, the migrants work and we're fighting for working families, but to the detriment of the taxpayers and the voters. So I'm super excited that Brandon is going to talk to Congress. I'm trying to get down there myself, girl. I want to be sitting right behind him in my fur coat and my red hat on, because this is what we wanted. And this is not a game. Again, a lot of people see this, see us on YouTube or whatever, and they're like, oh, these people are, getting attention. But nobody wants this attention. Nobody wants to do this work. But the fact that we have to take our time and do it is, in my opinion, very disrespectful. But I'm happy that it's being done, because now maybe in a year we can spend our time doing something else.
Mm-hmm. I want to highlight this here, right? Because I'm going to be referencing this throughout the show today. Actually, let me bring this bigger. So I think people, whether you are for the migrants to stay or want them to go, they broke the law. Title 8 USC 1324. Title 8 USC 1324 defines several distinct offenses related to aliens. Subsection 1324(1) prohibits alien smuggling, domestic transportation of unauthorized aliens, concealing or harboring unauthorized aliens, encouraging or inducing unauthorized aliens to enter the United States, and engaging in a conspiracy or aiding and abetting any of the preceding acts. Preceding acts. Subsection 1324(2) prohibits bringing or attempting to bring unauthorized aliens to the United States in any manner whatsoever, even at a designated port of entry. So, I am going to put the link to this in the description for people to go and reference. What it says down here: illegal immigration reform and immigration responsibility, conspiracy, aiding, abetting, encouraging, inducing, harboring, because I want to get into the New Jersey governor, harboring, subsection 1324 makes it an offense for any person who, knowing or in reckless disregard of the fact that an alien has come to, entered, or remains in the United States in violation of law, conceals, harbors, or shields from detection, or attempts to conceal, harbor, or shield from detection such alien in any place, including any building or any means of transportation. So with that said, the purpose of me bringing that up is because these people are breaking the law. We have public officials who are breaking the law. So
Exactly. But see, it's deeper than that for me. And this is why I'm really excited that Brandon Johnson is going and that America heard us, because the Chicago Teachers Union has literally been going down to Venezuela, knocking on people's doors and inviting them to the city of Chicago. If you Google it, just Google it, Chicago Teachers Union, Venezuela. They've been going down there. They said that they've been building relationships, learning more about socialism, blah, blah, blah. And their goal was to turn Chicago into a socialist haven. And they were going to do it with the help of the Venezuelan citizens, because they already understood how that works. And we threw a wrench in the plan. Literally, we saved democracy in the city of Chicago. So that's what they got to focus on. Excuse me. Why would a municipal teachers union have a relationship with a sovereign state where the U.S. has no diplomatic ties to bring their people into our city? That is a direct violation of the statutes that you just read.
Exactly.
Dana with the data. Dana with the data.